Hi everybody, Mayor Kevin Coleman here with a Department of Public Service budget overview segment. We're going to tell you a little bit about what's coming up in our 24-25 budget. I have our Department of Public Service Director Ramsey El-Garib here. You've been with the city.
Mayor.
Morning. You've been with the city for 10 years now.
Yes, sir.
Running our whole Department of Public Service, which is one of our biggest departments. It may be our biggest department in the city, taking care of our roads, bridges, water, infrastructure, and a whole lot of other things. But I wanted to have you on today to talk about our capital improvement program, because there's a lot of big projects coming up this year.
Yes, Mayor.
Yeah, could you tell us a little bit about what's coming up in the next
Yes.
budget year?
Good morning, Mayor. First of all, this year we are recommending a very ambitious capital improvement program for the city. We will be targeting all aspects of our infrastructure, such as major roads, local roads, water and sewer. The city has approximately 211 miles of roads. Those roads could be divided into four typical kinds. Like one of them, or the major road, is owned by the state of Michigan by MDOT, which is Ford Road. The county has jurisdictions over multiple roads in the city, such as Cherry Hill and Ward Road. And then our roads are divided into two categories: the major road, or the collector road, we call them, such as Palmer, Wildwood, and Hicks. And then, of course, the local roads, which is the subdivision streets. So if we look at proportionally, it's 80% local subdivision roads and 20% collector major roads.
Yep. So I know we have some major road projects coming up in the next year in this construction season.
Yes.
That we're asking City Council to approve in the budget.
Yes.
Are there any highlights that you can tell us about?
Yes, I'd love to. We are recommending to City Council this year about 26 projects in the city, and for a total cost of $10 million, about $10.2 million. In the major segments, we have like about 9 projects. The highlights of them that we would be doing is Wildwood Road between Fountain Boulevard and Cowan Road, and Palmer Road between Vinoy and Merriman. So Palmer Road, after this year, will be all resurfaced in the past 5 years, all the way from the western city limit to the eastern city limit. And of course, we're recommending like Marquette Road between Wayne and Wildwood. And there are a few county projects, as you know, like the Wayne Road.
Marquette needs it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen some potholes over there. So
No,
yeah,
absolutely.
I'm glad to hear that's on our list.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And of course, as you know, because we received the money for our road program from the state under Act 51, we are mandated by the state to make some improvements to the walkable, like sidewalks. So we have to do approximately 10%. So we're putting in the budget between $400,000 and $500,000 to replace deficient hazardous sidewalks in the city.
That's great. That's great. And making the city easier to walk around, safer for residents,
Absolutely.
pedestrians, people on bicycles. It's excellent.
This is the goal.
Yep. So were there any other road projects you wanted to mention?
Yes, I mean on the local road program, we have about nine projects that we're recommending. Highlights of them is like Centerville Street between Glenwood and Grand Traverse, and Treadwell between Glenwood and Palmer. And we have like another couple roads like Steinhauer from Merriman to Shatka. And we are proposing, the city we divided into 50 districts. And we propose every year under the neighborhood makeover program, like tree trimming and factoring of catch basins and painting of hydrants. We are recommending some local road projects in District 22, 29, and District 32, and of course the sidewalk program.
And I know another big part of what DPS does is maintaining our water infrastructure and working on the water lines.
Yes.
So is there anything coming up that you can share with us?
Yes.
Involving the water system?
Absolutely. Yeah, we did a project management study for our water system. I mean, we're an old community and we have an aging infrastructure in water and sewer. And again, for the past 7 or 8 years, every year we're proposing we are completing like water main replacement projects throughout the community. And the way we do that, we look at the history of their water main breaks, how old is the water main is, and what type of water main is. And based on that, we recommend, these projects. We're recommending about $2.7 million worth of road program. and we have like 3 streets that we will be doing some road replacement on Hughes Street, Beatrice, and Fremont Street. We are also recommending to the city under the lead elimination program that the state has mandated about 5-10 years ago. The city of Westland, the good news about us is every known lead service in the city has been removed. However, based on that mandate, on those regulations, we have to investigate about 400 locations in the city to see what type of material we have in them, and that will be divided throughout the city, and we will be doing that this summer.
So this is just kind of to double check to make sure there's...
Absolutely.
to make
It's a double check to make sure the city is clean. So we
great.
are one of the lucky communities in Michigan.
That's great. And I know sanitary sewer systems is
Yes.
you know, it's the stuff underground that we don't really see, but
Yes.
it's super important to make sure that's maintained.
Absolutely.
And I know that that's something that we're putting some
Yes.
new investment into as well.
Absolutely. We're recommending about $2.5 million for our sanitary sewer system. Our goal, Mayor, is we have, you know, especially in the older neighborhoods, our sewers, sanitary sewers are in the backyards. And you know, in the backyards, there are garages, there are sheds, and we don't want to wait until a sewer collapse and then go and remove and replace that, because that will be a burden in the community, and the residents, and on us too, and it will be costly. So what we have been doing the past 5 years or so, and we're going to continue that, is lining these sewers. And we are recommending about 4 districts for this coming construction season, which is District 16, 25, 29, and 35. And by lining the sewers, we clean them up and we repair any defects in them, and then we line it with a new liner, which will, the useful life of a liner is between 50 years and 70 years. So then we don't have to worry about it in the future.
That's great. That's great. And I know there are some capital purchases
Yes.
that you're looking at making
Yes.
for the department.
Yeah.
So what, are there any highlights, anything you can share with us?
Yes, we could. You know, again, we're a large community, and we are like over 20 square miles, 85,000 people, and we those equipments because of their useful life is between 7 and 10 or 15 years. So we are recommending the purchase of about $1.5 million of equipment for the city to help us, you know, operate and maintain our infrastructure.
So what kind of equipment are we talking about?
We're looking at a stumper grinder. We're looking at replacing our street sweeper. And our street sweeper, the one that we use right now, is 20 years old.
Yeah, it's about time.
So it's about time. And again, we're looking at a sewer jet, and the sewer jet is we use that to clean the sewers, the sanitary sewers and storm sewers. And then we're looking at a new backhoe loader too.
Great.
Among
Great.
other things.
And then I know street lighting. That's
Yes.
something that we're always looking to improve. I know I feed a lot of give a lot of feedback from residents about street lighting and,
Yes.
and just where we can improve that and maybe add some lights if we need to. So
Yes.
what do you have planned?
Yes, we are recommending, you know, for the past few years, we have installed new street lights on Newburgh Road, like all the way from Glenwood to Joy Road. And we did, you know, like street lights and new street lights on Warren. And right now, we're replacing street lights right on Wayne Road. And this is from Glenwood almost to Joy Road. And you know, with those beautiful black Cobra head, beautiful LED lights. So we're going to continue that program. So we are recommending to replace street lights on Middle Belt Road. This is between Van Born and Annapolis. So I think we're gonna add about 15 new street lights there, and we're gonna eliminate, you know, or remove the old wooden poles there in that area. So that will be great improvement to that district in the city. There is another neighborhood in the city at the south end. It's called Fairfield Sub, and this is off Van Born Road. And we are recommending adding about 8 street lights there, because when that sub was built about 15, 20 years ago, we had like 2 developers or 2 phases. So the first developer, they put in the street lights, and then you know, like there is missing about 10 of them that we will be installing as part of this year's CIP program.
Well, this sounds excellent. There's a lot of improvements that we're looking forward to as a community.
Absolutely.
Another thing that I wanted to mention is we are going to be rolling out some more tree plantings on our major roads to
Yes.
improve the look of the community.
Absolutely.
So that's something that I'm working with our staff on as well.
That's great.
But I wanted to thank you for coming on today, Director. And
Thank you.
We're going to have some exciting things
Yes.
coming forward in the next budget year. So thanks everybody for joining us for a budget overview segment. And everybody have a great day.
Thank you, Mayor.